All right, so I'm about to give my graduation speech. But first, let me take a selfie. Obviously, media is very powerful. The tools that we use today to create videos and pictures can completely affect who we are, what we know, and how we see things. Today, we have cameras with us all the time. We are constantly taking pictures. We aim our devices at anything from the sunset we catch on our way home to a picture of how we spent our snow day at home watching Netflix. And of course, that happened a lot of times this year. We take pictures of our first car, our favorite substitute teacher, Mr. Dudera. Maybe it's an adventure that we had with our friends. Then there's our Starbucks. And for Instagram lovers, our OOTDs, WCWs, and TBTs. These are our moments. Sometimes people ask me, how do you take such good pictures? And I know the truth will bore them, so I just say, I don't know, I just do it. But today I'll tell you the truth. I'm going to throw some terms at you that you may or may not recognize. So welcome to my classroom of Capturing Moments 101. There are three major components that contribute to creating a picture. These three things are ISO, shutter speed, and aperture. Now in layman's terms, because you probably don't know what those means, in layman's terms, ISO controls the image noise, how the color and brightness is distributed to the image. Shutter speed controls the motion blur, how clear or how vague a picture is. And aperture controls the clarity, how much light is let in. A good ISO setting will provide clarity. The higher your shutter speed, the less blurry the picture is. And the lower your aperture, the more natural your picture will be, and the more selective you can be with your depth of field. Now in my classroom, we don't use fancy graphic organizers to cover a lesson. Sorry, teachers. But believe it or not, these three aspects of image capturing are life. You are a camera, and the life choices that you make are controlled by these major components I just mentioned. Specific settings were used on your camera to capture the moments up to this divine moment. Many opportunities arose over the years. You have gone through many stages of life. Not only have you made transitions from elementary school to junior high, which I'm trying to forget, to high school, but you've made mental transitions as well. You had to accept challenges. You had to make choices. And no, I'm not talking about choices like picking between the signature entree line, which always had pizza, or the alternate line that had chicken patties. But I'm talking about choices such as to study or not to study. And come on, that's a pretty big decision. To strive for greatness or to settle for less. You need the ISO to adapt and to make a choice. As we got older, we realized how complex the world around us is. Our schedules have become more complicated over time. Now we have jobs, sports, band. Some of us even need to take care of our closest loved ones. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness, but we have a lot of light shining in from different areas of our lives, but we have to control what we're letting in. We used our shutter speed function to let in the right light for the right duration to create the best possible picture. There were times in our lives where we needed to focus on one thing more than the other. More on our grades and less on Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, Pinterest. More on our family and less on our friends, and sometimes less on ourselves and more on others. Our aperture has shaped our focus, giving us a balanced depth of field for the long run. So now what? Well, you'll continue to use shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. Time is going to fly by so fast, and the clock will only tick faster. So much will happen around you, but it will be your proficiency with shutter speed that will literally shed light on what is and what isn't important. Use your ISO to get the clear image, your aperture to pull in light and get the right focus. In this moment, think about all of these significant pictures that you took up to this point already. I'm talking about mental pictures, people. Some are still on your memory cards. Some are in a folder you just can't find. And some maybe even ended up in the recycle bin. These pictures define who you are, what you believe, and what you value. These pictures define how you see the world and what makes it unique. High school is not about knowing the different parts of a camera. No, it's not even about taking pictures. Not about getting on roll, and no, it's not even about standardized testing. The true purpose is to create memories that will embed life lessons that will guide you towards life's biggest dreams. The true purpose, to create memories that will embed life lessons that will guide you towards life's biggest dreams. And believe me, there are plenty of more pictures to come. The road ahead is not going to be easy. No one said it would be. But put yourself in a position that gets you the angles no one else gets. Reach to get that money shot. Take a picture of the mountain you just climbed, the spaghetti you made in your first apartment, the first paycheck you got at your real job, the time you built a house, the time you helped your next door neighbor, the time you gave your special someone a big smack on the lips, the time you say goodbye to your child on their first day of school, and the time you see your child from up there. The moment will eventually come back where you'll look back at the pictures that you have taken. But be a photographer who dares to dream, and soon enough, you'll have a whole photo album that spells success. You are the camera. Say it with me, I am the camera. Ready, 1, 2, 3. I am the camera. That's right, church. You have full control of the pictures you take and store on your memory cards. You don't need a press pass, and that's a good thing. You just need a desire and a camera. But like I said, that's just you. Thank you. God bless.